It's Kim from Eclectic Paperie back with this week's Feed Your Creativity video. And believe it or not, we're not going to use gesso today. We are, however, going to do a type of resist technique using the Tim Holtz Remnant Rubs from Idea-ology. And these were introduced at the Winter CHA show, and they arrived in the store around March. But these, I love rub-ons, love using them, they're great. I actually have a huge stash of them that I haven't done much with, and I finally broke these open a few weeks ago, even though I've had them in my stash for a while, and I really like these. The quality is superior to what I've used from other companies. They'll stick to anything forever, even your skin. It's hard to get it off, actually. So we're going to use, of course, Tim has words, elements, and numbers, and I'm hoping that he's going to come out with more designs at the summer CHA show. Tim, if you're listening, we need more designs, more rub-ons. But what we're going to do today is a very quick and a simple technique, and let's get started. So I'm using a little bit smaller tag today than what I usually use because I actually ended up making this into a card. So I used this for a background and then put it on a card, and I wanted this smaller version. So we're going to use that today. So manila tag, I have all three of the Remnant Rub sets, and you can see I've used a bunch of them already. We're going to use some water and some distress stains again, and I am using, back to kind of my favorite colors, Dusty Concord, Broken China, and Spice Marmalade. So we're going to start. This is really going to be difficult. We're going to start simply by removing a sheet of the rub-ons. These are very, very sticky. You almost don't even have to rub them. They'll stick to the paper. But we're going to put down, let's see. I'm going to lay my sheet here, and I'm not going to take all the design of anything. I'm going to kind of randomly rub a bunch of different pieces. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm going to rip it up. Oh, I got a lot down. That's okay. That works. You can do a lot or a little. And where you have these little pieces that are hanging over the edge, because this is so sticky, you could just fold them right over the side of your tag. So that worked out well. That's almost covered, and actually, I love that. So if you wanted more design, you could come back with, maybe some numbers and add something. Let's put a number 1 right in there. Let's put that one in there. I like that. Oh yeah, that's good. Or you could angle the tag and do the designs going different ways, whatever you want to do. But because of the material that the Remnant Rubs are made out of, they're going to resist the distress stain when I put it on top. So we're going to do a little bit different this time. I think. We're just going to lay some color right down on top of everything. On top of the tag. I know. I just took a Dina Wakley class. I'm not supposed to mix purple and yellow, purple and orange. You get a little muddy there too. But I'm a fan of brown, so I don't mind too much. I don't mind that it's a little muddy. Yellow might be worse. And then if you wanted to get these colors to blend together a little bit more, we could mist it with water and get those colors to blend and move a little bit more. And then once your tag is dry, you can either heat set it, let it dry on its own. You'll want to come back with a paper towel, and I don't know if you can see in the video, but the stain does bead up, and the water beads up on top of the Remnant Rubs because they're like a plastic surface, so it's not going to stick to that. But you would want to come back, and I'm just going to, for time's sake, blot that. And that's what you would want to do once it was completely dry. Come back, blot any areas of your Remnant Rubs, anything that was still a little bit damp. And then you could come back, add additional stamps if you wanted, and do some aging around the edges. I'll show you the one that we created at the Collins Group show in the Ranger class, which is a little bit larger size. And you can see here I have added the stamping, a little bit of stamping in the background. I really didn't do much with the main image because it's a beautiful background. You could really put this on anything, and I inked around the edges. So let me show you the card that I made with my tag. So here it is, and you can see I really kept it as a background image and then added a sentiment on the top. I cut this out with a Nestabilities die, And the saying, which I love, is from the Way with Words stamp set that Tim designed. I'm a sucker for quotes, and I love the sayings in this one. So I kept this very simple, kept the cards simple, just with craft cardstock, because there's so much color going on in the tag. Added a flower from Petaloo and a few little rhinestones and some ribbon up at the top here. So real simple with those rub-ons in the background. And then, yes, I did create a scrapbook page. Not a scrapbook page, a scrapbook page. Listen to me. An art journal page with the Remnant Rubs. So you can see my rubs came through, and I actually used acrylic paint on this. So I used the stains in the background. I put the rubs down first, which you can see all over here. Then I came back with the stains across, just rubbed it up at the top, sprayed the daylights out of it, let it run down the page. I came back and added, which this is my new favorite stencil of all times. This is Tiny Dots. This is a new release from the Crafters Workshop. Added some of that with Wendy Vecchi's embossing paste in white. And then this is acrylic paint. I watered acrylic paint down, came in, sprayed it, let it drip down, and then went ahead and added in my silhouettes. This is Flossie again, the stencil from Diane Reevely. You can see a little bit of my Diane Wakely coming in here because I took her to her classes over the weekend. And just some text, and voila, I had a page. So think of those Remnant Rubs as your background pieces. Certainly you can put, you can use rub-ons on top of, once you're finished with art journal pages. This is a rub-on that I used for my main sentiment. But you can use them in little pieces as well. On this page, I have them randomly all over. And I put that on after I finished my pages. But on this one, that's what I started with. Blank page, rubs went down, stains went over it, it resisted the paint. You can even see it peeking through the embossing paste. So this is a hardy product. You can kind of beat it up and it stands up to the paint and the stains. Water came out great. Love it. So we've got tags, smaller tags for cards, art journal pages, and yes, even scrapbook pages. You can use these on scrapbook pages. Great product. I hope you'll give it a try, and definitely share your creations with us. And have a great week. Get crafty.